Hello and welcome. We appreciate you joining us here today. We will be getting started at the top of the hour, so get that last second coffee refill or something to take some notes on, and we will see you in just a few minutes. Hello and welcome to Save the Day with GiveSmart features to boost your 2023 events. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's take a moment to meet today's speakers. My name is Madison Keltman, and I will be hosting today's session. I am a marketing campaign manager for GiveSmart, and joining us today as our GiveSmart platform expert and speaker, we have Leah Lebo, our manager of professional services. Leah, do you mind sharing a little bit about yourself, your background, and what you do here at GiveSmart?
Sure. So my background is in nonprofit fundraising. I was a nonprofit fundraiser and fundraising consultant for 15 years before I started at working with GiveSmart about 5 years ago. And since that, now I worked in professional services, which means that we help you guys design and implement your campaigns using the software. And so I manage a team of 5 former fundraising professionals who will help, if you choose, and add professional services on to a GiveSmart package will help you set up and implement your campaign in GiveSmart.
Yeah, that's awesome. Services, you guys do amazing things for our GiveSmart customers every day. So thank you for all that you guys do. So some housekeeping tips as we get going. Please feel free to use the Q&A box for any questions you might have as we go, and check the chat box for resources and links we'll be sharing throughout the session. Our colleague Megan is helping us out on the back end with the chat and Q&A, so keep the questions coming. Also, today's call is being recorded and the recording will be shared with everyone attending. So moving forward, we're going to do our agenda before we jump into a quick poll. Then we're going to talk about GiveSmart Fundraise and the event boosting features that the platform has. We will switch into a platform demo that Leah will run to show you some real examples of GiveSmart campaigns, how to set things up, some back end, like a window into the platform for you. And then we will end with a Q&A. And as we mentioned, keep the questions coming. We'll answer some live, save some for the end if we have time. And like I said, we want your input. So if you have ideas to share or lessons learned, send us those messages in the chat so we can incorporate your ideas and feedback during the call. So let's get this first poll going. All right. Poll is up. So we want to know more about features you might be interested in adding to your fundraising events features arsenal for your 2023 events. If you answer other in the poll, please write to us in the chat and let us know which features your organization is looking to invest in. Anecdotally, we've seen GiveSmart customers achieve great success in fundraising growth, having a comprehensive platform full of revenue enhancing features for all types of events, from galas to golf to races and more. So we just really want to know what you guys are looking for. And these are all features that we will be touching on today during the demo as well. So looks like we've got most participation. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll and share the results. Looks like landing pages came in first place. So we will be definitely touching on some customized landing pages today and showing you some of the options available in GiveSmart, as well as peer-to-peer came in second place. We'll be touching on a great example of a peer-to-peer campaign and showing you how easy it is and how seamless the campaigns look. So we're excited to get into it. Thank you everyone for participating. So now we will go ahead and move forward and talk about GiveSmart Fundraise. Leah, I will pass it to you to go ahead and get started.
Sure. So GiveSmart Fundraise has a lot of great features. It looks like a lot of you guys are interested in learning more about the landing page, which I will show you momentarily. But in addition to landing page, there's peer-to-peer fundraising, which is where different individual supporters have their own pages and can fundraise on your behalf, reach out to their networks and kind of amplify your organization's reach. I'll show you an example of that. I'll show you an example of some different types of custom forms, and we'll jump into the back end of the plan. But yes, there's all these great features and more in GiveSmart Fundraise. Right, let's take a look at the first example. This is a landing page for, can you guys, let me make sure. Oh, I think I am sharing my wrong screen. Just a second.
Yeah, I'm seeing your desktop.
Let's try it again.
Perfect. There we go.
You guys got it? Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, so here is a landing page example. It's for Over the Rainbow Foundation, and this is their holiday fund campaign, which is essentially just their year-end giving campaign spanning from Giving Tuesday through November 29th. This is the template on the landing page. It's really, really easy to jump in and edit things and add pictures. It's made for people to, like, for anybody at any level to come in and customize it. It's easier than like, what is it called? It's just super easy to set up. Up here are share buttons. This allows your donors or visitors or constituents to click on this and share this page on their Facebook page really easily, or share it via email, or share it via Twitter. And, and then we have these buttons here. You can click donate and it pops out from the left-hand side. And this organization is selling t-shirts as part of this campaign. And so you can add little items here to sell, and say, for example, you only had 40 small long sleeve t-shirts to sell. You could put a limit on this and it would mark it sold out. Once all the t-shirts were sold out, it automatically adds. So let's do 250 and then $35 for a shirt. And then it's all on one page. You can fill it out really easily. And pop in your credit card number. We also, if I was looking, I'm on a PC right now, but if I was on an Apple device, I'd have the option to do Apple Pay. You can also integrate your PayPal account if you want. And so there's, it's really offers many ways for people to pay. We have CAPTCHA for data security. And there's promotional codes. So if you want to give people promotional codes so they could get a free shirt, for example, you could do that, and you could put limits on the promotional codes. So if you only had first 15 people to use this code, get a free shirt, you could do that. And then you could submit. There's also the option to cover the payment processing fee that increases the donation that the donor is getting in order to offset some of those extra fees. If you can also make this default on, and when you make it default on, most people choose to cover that fee. So that's great. And here's another button. So you not just to donate, but they can have the kindness tag tees. And then, like I mentioned, this is really easy to customize. You can change the colors. There's a little color wheel. You can type out everything you want. You can change what the buttons link to. In addition to linking to your donation forms, you could have it linked to your outside website if there's something there. And yeah, there's different, it's just really easy to set up and fill out. And let's see if there, and here's, and it's one of the things I really like is it's really visually stimulating. You can add pictures because these days people don't sit down and read a lot. They like to see the little bullets, the main points with the pictures, simple, clear call to action. And then, and then here's, you can put tons of stuff, whatever you want on here. And then this is another great point. You can embed videos on your page. We take YouTube, Facebook, and Vimeo links, and you can just pop that link in and it'll show on your page. So another way to communicate with people through video medium, very easy to do. You can also have people on these pages will go live. And so you can put your YouTube live link on here and people can watch your live video. You can ask people, join us on the page at 6 p.m. for a special message, and people can join you for the live portion of the message. And then finally, here is the progress bar. Every single time somebody clicks one of those donate buttons, the second I finish filling out this form, the funds that I gave, it'll make the donors increase and it'll make the amount of money increase. There's also the option to have a donor wall where you can show how much people have given, or you can choose not to show how much people have given, but people love to be thanked. So yes, so that is the example of the landing page. Now I'm going to go over to this example from Franciscan University that's for that peer-to-peer campaign. And what's great, Franciscan University was having a day of giving. They've met their goal. They've exceeded their goal of $11,500, and they've raised over $15,000 from 205 donors and 15 fundraisers. One of the cool things that Franciscan University did was they had projects for their day of giving, like different schools. So they made little pages so people could learn more about the School of Nursing and make their gift directly to School of Nursing. This really helps kind of gamify the situation. A lot of our universities do this where they have little competitions between the different departments to meet special goals. And, if I chose, let's go to the School of Arts and Sciences. If I chose to make a donation to the School of Arts and Sciences, my gift would go directly, you see, your support will be attributed to the School of Arts and Sciences. The other thing you could do here, but if somebody doesn't want to come down here, you can also click make a donation up here, and you can choose to attribute your support to a school or any of the fundraisers who happen to be fundraising on behalf of the different departments. So these are pages that individual people have created to help garner support, and they share them personally with their networks to help amplify the reach of the campaign. And so like Amy here is raising money for the School of Health Professions. And so any money that Amy raised on her page will roll up to the School of Health Professions page and then roll up to the overall page and contribute to the overall goal. And so there's some pictures of Amy on her page, or pictures of health professionals on their page. Yeah, so that's how that works. Peer-to-peer fundraising can be added to any campaigns. Lots of universities do it for Days of Giving, but you see it very commonly with runs and walks. If help me raise $5,000 with my marathon to benefit, a special cause, a cause that's special to me. And in 2022, 58% of organizations that were polled said that they had never tried to run a peer-to-peer campaign for their organization. Most organizations that I've worked with get new donors in through peer-to-peer because their friends who are fundraising introduce these new donors to the organization. Because they're fundraising for you, their friends are more likely to give to them. They're like micro influencers, as you would say. And so on average, each peer-to-peer person brings in 7 new donors. So it's, peer-to-peer is a fun way to get the mission of your organization out to new people and to get some of your volunteers and kind of to get excited and compete to raise money for your organization and make a difference for you. So yeah. Time for another one. Let's take another look at another organization. This is
while
just
you're bringing it up, I just wanted to jump in and say something.
Sure.
Since we had the poll earlier where people said they were very interested in peer-to-peer, I just think something that I've noticed and feedback from GiveSmart customers has just been how easy and seamless it is to use GiveSmart Fundraise for peer-to-peer. So if you've never tried it before, definitely jump in and try it. I can't encourage that enough. I've tried to use it in previous roles as well, so I understand the struggle sometimes of trying something new. But the more you can encourage your nonprofit to try it, to get your volunteers, your board members, your committee members, even some of your corporate partners and their employees, whoever you can get to start a peer-to-peer campaign and run with it, you'll be surprised. So I just wanted to jump in and say that because I love our peer-to-peer feature.
Yeah, it's really easy to use. It probably, if you're new to peer-to-peer and just doing the basics, not doing like fancy, getting too crazy, it probably will only take you an hour or 2 to set up. And then if we have a ton of resources and webinars where we talk about in our support, where we talk about the best way to reach out to those people we have samples and templates encouraging people to, that you can adapt and share with people to encourage them to join your campaign as a peer-to-peer fundraiser. So we also have the people on my team. A lot of what we do for peer-to-peer fundraising is helping you strategize, because a lot of people are new to peer-to-peer fundraising, as I mentioned before, 58% of organizations haven't done it before. So what our team will do too, if you decide to get some professional services, is we will help you strategize about who to reach out to, who would make a good peer-to-peer fundraiser, how to reach out to them. You know, we have sample communications and things like that. So peer-to-peer is a really fun, easy, you know, way to get people involved with your organization. So this example from St. Augustine School is very simple. It's just a donation form, and you can see, again, we have the visual representation of all those students. You see where that money's going. It's going to basketball and marching band and students in school and things like that. So, you know, this is just a background image, really easy to upload. You can choose your ask string here. Some of my clients will have different forms with different levels of ask strings for their different levels of donors, you know, based on their donors' capacity to give. We always recommend first name, last name, required email as well. And you want to require email because as soon as you submit this form, they're going to get automated email receipt. So it's one less thing for your organization to have to do, like, especially if you're a smaller organization, to send that receipt out. And, you know, it's so important that you get those receipts out within 48 hours. This is going out within, you know, seconds. Address, you know, for mobile optimization and for quickness, we don't necessarily recommend filling out the address. Zip code's required for data protection. Of course, all of our forms are PCI level 1 compliant, which is the highest level of data protection, which, you know, so you don't have to worry about, you know, data security and personal identified information getting out there. And then how would you like to pay? Again, you can cover, this one has the default on for covering the payment processing fee. I think it's something like 80% of people choose to cover the payment processing fee, which, you know, helps your organization cover, you know, meet its bottom line. And it's really easy to fill out, makes it easy to fill out. Okay, finally, we have one last example before I'm gonna show you the back end. This is LaSalle College. They just had a simple Giving Tuesday form. They put some images on. You can put anything on the form you want, which is, you know, which is great because you can add pictures and things. They did not want the ask string here, so, but, you know, you can put a field in so people can just enter in the amount that they would like to give. Recurring giving is super important. It's a sustainable source of funds that your organization can rely on throughout the year. And we make it really easy. It's really easy to manage on the back end too. I can try to show you guys that in a second when we go into the back end. But if somebody calls you up and says, I want to, you know, I made the gift on the 5th, but I get paid on the 1st, so I'd like to change my, you know, payment date to the 1st, you can go and take care of that for them on the back end. It also makes it easy to send reminders if their credit card's going to expire and things like that. So again, first name, last name, these people are asking for mobile number, city, state, and zip. Great. And then you can donate. And I think we had another LaSalle College one that I must have missed. I don't know where it is, but you know, we've shown you these two that are just payment forms, but in addition to payments, you don't have to accept payments. You can do, we have forms for ticketing. You can do volunteer information form where you collect information about what kind of things people are interested in. You can really customize these forms so anytime you'd like to collect information, you could do a survey. You can use a form. It's not just limited to donation forms, even though most people use them for that because, you know, that is helpful. So let's take a look at the back end. So this is my demo account. We have our nice left-hand menu here. And then we have, the way we have everything arranged is in campaign folders. So for example, you wanted to have a peer-to-peer campaign, you would put your peer-to-peer, you would put your activity in here. But we try to make it really easy to click to create a new campaign. You have your big blue button over here. You can also, all your campaigns will be listed here, but you can also click on the left-hand menu there. Some, as far as reporting goes, because I know that's a big question for a lot of people, is, you know, how do I do that? Well, let's search some transactions. So you can pick your transaction type, you know, PayPal, credit card, offline donations. We have the ability, so like this, where say somebody mails you a check, they don't use those donation forms. You can enter that gift in the back end as an offline donation and it'll show up here, which is great. So you can choose to, you know, non-payment forms. Those are the volunteer forms, surveys, things like that. And then, you know, you can pick your date range, the campaign, keyword form, and then, you know, payment information. Maybe you want to get a list of everybody who did at least $10 so you can send them a handwritten thank you note. So you could, you know, create a list like that. I don't know the last time there were any gifts in this account, so let's search and see. There are none because it is a demo account. But let's see, last year, that's more likely. Oh, none still. This is how I used to, but yeah, it's very easy to run a report. And then once you run the report, let's pretend that I did have data, you can manage the columns that you'd like to see, and then you can export that. All right. And then texting is another really fun part of that I love in Fundraise, because texts aren't limited to just saying, hey, the end of the year, please make your end of the year donation. Here's the donation form. You can insert the link, and then you can use the link will have analytics if you look in the outbox. But you can also say, hey, our facilities are going to be closed next Monday, or you can send out links to YouTube videos. You can do so much stuff related to donor relations and cultivation, sending text messages. It's really, really a great tool. You can also personalize them. Hi, Leah. Don't forget, next week we're having a fun event. And then show you in the outbox. Yeah, so you can see the conversions, the click-through rate and the conversion rate if you put a link in there. So that's really fun. And yeah, so this is kind of what the back end looks like. We try to lay it out so it's really easy for you to use. And do we have any questions?
So let's see real quick. Someone asked about they have set up a few pages for, like, let's say specifically end of year campaigns, but let's just say like in general, in your experience also with setting up campaigns and helping customers run campaigns, do you have any advice on ways to like optimize your forms or your landing pages to get people to donate, to have that higher donor conversion rate so that donations are coming through?
Sure.
So let's say, you know, they go to the page and only 5% of them give a gift. What can you do to increase that amount of giving? You know, whether that's videos or messaging. What examples maybe do you have from working with customers?
Yeah, so just as a form level, I would not require anything but first name, last name, and email. Anything else that takes, especially if they're trying to do this quickly, the end of the day, some people might not know your organization that well. I would just limit the fields on here. I would also, while this donation amount field is fine, it's much easier to do this. People just click, right? I worked with a client to do some A/B testing a few years ago, And we found that when if you say your average online gift is $130, that's a pretty standard online gift. We would make this middle number like 150, just slightly over your average online gift amount. So people are automatically just come in. They were going to give you 125, see 150, they'll click it, they'll go through. So we recommend that you look at your historic donation amounts and think strategically and put just slightly higher amounts in the buttons. And when people did that, instead of just having this base blanket 100, maybe put the middle amount up to 200 or 150, they got about 5% higher donations. So those are some simple things you can do for your forms. As far as like something like this, you can put a video in this top section, which really, because right now I don't know, I don't know what's going on, but if you had a video here right away, I could see what's going on, and a message. So adding video, making sure that there's limited, this might be a little too much text, but having limited text, keeping it to bullets, and just really short and sweet helps lead to conversions. Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are all great answers, and something too that we've even seen just in marketing is how impactful short form videos can be. So if you have the ability, the capacity to throw in a 1, 2, 3 minute video onto your form, onto your landing page or anything like that, that too can help increase those conversions, like you said, because videos are so impactful, especially these days. But a couple other just quick questions.
Sure.
Someone asked where you can show sponsors.
Yep.
So I don't know if we specifically have sponsor logos on some of these pages, but just maybe some examples of where you could put them or
Yeah.
acknowledge your sponsors.
Yeah. In any of these sections, really, we have a section that's called a sponsor section that allows you to put, it's a grid section. It allows you to put, a grid of like 4 across sponsor logos, and those pictures would be clickable. They'd be hyperlinked and clickable, so you could even link it to the sponsor's website. So we don't have examples of that here, but it's really easy to do. You just pop in the logo and pop in the link.
Yeah, absolutely. And one more question before we jump into our last little poll before we wrap up. And I'll take over my screen while I'm
Sure.
saying this,
Let me,
but
let me stop sharing.
yeah, just so we can jump into the last, because I know we're running low on minutes, so we appreciate everyone's time. If you can't stay on for the last couple minutes, feel free to jump off, but please stay with us if you can, and we will try to wrap up here shortly. But how long does like data and information stay in GiveSmart? My understanding is it's as long as you have your account with us, you have
Correct.
access to all of your information on your previous campaigns, right?
Correct. Yes. We don't, and we don't allow you to, we make it really hard for you to, you can't really erase anything either for like security and auditing reasons. A donation comes in, you're going to have it for the life of the time you have a campaign. And then, you can download reports and upload them into your database of choice too.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you. I think that was hopefully a really great, short, brief demo for everyone to see some front end examples of customer campaigns that have been very successful, as well as just some of the back end clicking around, showing you how some of the features work, how easy it is to just plug and play, build your text messages, your landing pages, your forms. So please let us know if you have any questions. But I will go ahead and start this poll really quick, so that if you would like more information about GiveSmart, we can be in contact with you. So what we looked at today was GiveSmart Fundraise, which is a comprehensive fundraising platform, like we said, but we also offer GiveSmart Events and GiveSmart Donor CRM. They make up the full GiveSmart suite. So GiveSmart Events also has forms and landing pages, but is more focused towards your events and your auctions. It has seating management, live and silent auctions, different types of items, voting. So very focused on that. And then donor CRM is new to our team. We're very excited to have it. And it's all about stewarding your donor relationships, having a data management system, reporting, scoring your donors, understanding your donor retention rates, all of those fun things that we are all worried about. I know I was in my previous roles with nonprofits. So please let us know if you would like more information about GiveSmart or you would like to be in touch with us. But I think that we answered questions, Leah, while you were talking. So I don't think we have any
Okay.
other questions to cover. But thank
Great.
you for your time today. And thank you for everyone who attended. Please use the end of webinar survey to share your feedback with us. And you also have a chance there to request contact with your feedback if you want to learn more about anything we shared today. So thank you again to everyone who joined us. Thank you, Leah, for your time and for extending your expertise to all of us. And we will see everyone next time.
Bye.